least it will give us some insight in the pound. Now, if you remember when we were talking about the pound over here on the index, and I told you that the next structural point is the 157.73, we closed at 156.77. So all what we had is a good push up in one day, about 100 pips away from that structure point. That is synonymous with the 157.82 on the pound dollar, which is the important structure point. So it seems to me that the move in the pound is in tandem with everything else, but it's not fundamentally pound strength, if you will. It's just that everybody's selling the dollar, so they might as well cover their shorts in the pound, and we are 100 pips from any structure point. If you've seen all the other pairs, we're like 10 pips, 20 pips, 10 pips, 20 pips from the structural points, but the pound is like 100 pips. And that tells you that it is technically weak, but still, it doesn't matter if it's technically weak or not. If it's going up, we're buying it. If it's coming down, we're selling it. But if I'm going to sell anything, the first pair I'm going to look at selling is the pound. And when we do this, we are looking at strength and weakness. We can see that the pound is the weakest. So if we have buying coming into the dollar, then the first pair I'm going to look at selling would be the pound. Now you can see this, the range in the pound was the high 157.14, the low was 155, so we had about a 200 pip move in the pound on Friday. And you can see just by looking at it the weakness that came in out of the London session, and then it turned back in New York when I think the unemployment came out. So it just carried through with everybody else. So we're going to buy the dollar, the pound, above the high of the day. So we want to make sure that it is continuing up. We need the continuation before we actually buy. So we're buying it above the 157.07. If I do, my structural long point is still the 157.82. That's the granddaddy. I mean, if the pound dollar is able to get above the 157.82, that would be magnificent. That would be a real trend change in the dollar move. And if I buy it over here, my stop has to be below the 3 daily high, or right below the structure point over here, which is the 156.55. That would be my long stop. On the short side, if you look at this chart, this thing is still really in a big bear market. I mean, look at the trend to the downside. This could be like a big gift, if you will. So if it's like a big gift, I'm still quite bearish on the pound, unless maybe people are expecting, because they're coming to the Olympics, I don't know. But anyway, we will short it here. Below the 2 daily highs. 60.30. Now let's put it below the 3 right there. That is much, it's only 5 pips away, it doesn't really matter. So we are going to short it below 156.24, and if I do, I have a structural short point which is the 156.04, and my stop is going to be the same stop right above the 3 daily high. So I'm going to use the same stop, the 156.55, as my long stop and my short stop. So I'm buying it above the 157.07, which is the high of the day. And if I do, I'm looking for the next structural point, which is the 157.82. And if I buy it at 157.07, I'm placing my stop about 50 pips away, because this is the only place there is we can put the stop at 156.55, and that is because the weakness that we have in the pound. On the short side, I'm taking it short below 156.24, and if I do, I have a structural short point at 156.04, and I'm still using the 156.55 as my long and my short stop. Okay, let me save that and save